Hi everyone and welcome to today's Pilates class. Today we're going to focus on the pelvis and strengthening the muscles around the pelvic area, the hips and the glutes. This class is actually part of my prenatal series, but if you're not pregnant, that's fine. This class would also be good for you to do because we're really going to mobilize the hips and strengthen them. So we're going to get started on our mats in the 4-point kneeling position. I want you to make sure that your hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. And then we're going to start with some cat-cows. So you're going to inhale, look up, extending the spine, making sure that you're looking forward, pressing the floor away. Exhale, take your gaze towards your navel, scooping in the abs, pushing the floor away with your hands, protracting the shoulder blades. Inhale, look up, lengthen, arching the back, mobilizing the spine. Exhale, take the gaze towards the navel, really flexing the spine, scooping in the abs. And what is nice about this exercise is that we're not only mobilizing the spine, but we're also mobilizing the shoulders and we're doing some pelvic tilts. So we are slowly waking up the pelvic muscles. Perfect. Let's do another one. Flexing the spine, scooping in the abs. And then I want you to come to a neutral back. So you're in a flat back position now. And we're just going to do some sways side to side. So you can take a peek, look at the hips, coming into some lateral flexion. Come back to center and then take it to the other side. So we're really mobilizing the spine. This should feel really good. And this class is great for if you are struggling with pelvic pain during pregnancy and you want to strengthen the muscles, have fewer aches and pains. Last one. Very good. Okay, we're going to come to internal and external rotation of the femur. So scoop in those abs, pressing the floor away. Lift up that right foot. Take it across over the left leg. And then we're going to swivel it, take it out to the side, internal rotation, external rotation, take it back over the leg. So we're just swiveling the leg, swiveling that femur inside that hip bone, really mobilizing it. And I know that a lot of things say, if you read online, that we should keep our pelvis still if we're struggling with pelvic pain, but we really actually want to strengthen those muscles around the pelvic area. Okay, perfect. Last one. Bring it back in. We're going to go into the other side. So lift up that left foot, take it across over that right leg, and then take it out to the side. Internal, external rotation of that femur inside the hip bone, really waking up the pelvis for today's class. Very good. And we need to strengthen the muscles of the pelvis to stabilize the pelvis. Because if there is weakness, there's going to be instability, especially during pregnancy. Last one. Take it out to the side, bring it back to center, push up off the floor, just circle out your wrists, taking a nice release. Okay. Now I'm going to turn to face you so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to come into some inner thigh work. So you can take your hands to your waist and we're just going to squeeze the inner thighs together on our exhale. Like we are bringing the mat together. Inhale, release. So exhale, squeeze the inner thighs together, connecting to the core, lifting the pelvic floor. Inhale, release. And on your next one, I want you to squeeze and push the hips forward. Inhale, release. So really focusing on that inner thigh connection. It's really going to strengthen the pelvic area. Very good. Let's do another 3. Squeezing and strengthening those inner thighs. And then releasing. Exhale, push the hips forward, squeezing the inner thighs. And then release. Very good. On our next one, it's going to be a little bit different. So we're going to squeeze, exhale, squeeze. And then we're going to lean back. So we're going to hinge back on our inhale. Exhale. Bring it back up. Inhale, release. – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – –– – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – Inhale, sending the body back, hinging back. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, release. Very good. Really strengthening the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, the core. And then release. If you need extra padding for your knees, you can double up your mat, but really create length through the spine. Lifting up, gaze straight ahead. So try not to look at the screen as you're doing this. Try and keep your gaze straight ahead. Perfect. Let's do another one. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Okay, very good. So you can take your hands to the mat now. We're going to bring our right leg through. Our right foot through, and then we're going to tuck the left foot underneath. Okay. And you can lift up, find your balance. You can take your hands to your hips. Now we're going to use the same concept that we use with squeezing the inner thighs. So, on our exhale, we're going to squeeze those inner thighs, lifting up into a low lunge. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs and lift up. Very good. Keep that balance, looking straight ahead, and really focus on squeezing those inner thighs. Okay, let's do another 2. And our next one, lift up, hold, squeeze. Exhale, lift up all the way to a high lunge. Inhale, lower back down, just hovering the knee off the mat. Exhale, lift it back up. So remember that inner thigh connection is really going to help stabilize you here. Thinking of that core. Let's go for another 2. Last one. Lift up, squeeze inner thighs together. Lower it all back down. Very good. Take the right leg back, and then we're going to do that on the other side. So bring the left foot forward, tuck the back toes underneath, lifting up, find your balance. And now before we do any lift, I want you to connect to those inner thighs. So connecting those inner thighs, exhale, lift, hovering that knee off the mat. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Very good. Tightening the core, belly button to spine. Whew, the thighs are working hard. Let's do another one. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale, lift up all the way into a high lunge. Inhale, lower, hover that knee. Exhale, lift. Very good. The thighs are working hard. Okay, let's do another 3. You're doing so well. 2. Last one. Lift up, lower all the way back down. Take the feet back. Take a quick child's pose or shell stretch. Just releasing the glutes. Okay, very good. I want you to come into a side lying position now. So you can come onto your side gently. You can lower down all the way, making sure your spine is straight to the back edge of the mat. Bend the bottom leg in. And then I want you to make sure that your top leg is extended. You can lift it up about more than hip height. And then before we do anything, I want you to make sure that there's a gap between the waist and the mat. So you are pushing that top hip away. We're really focusing on that core connection. Your core is going to work hard at the moment. So really think of that core, draw the belly button in, stack the hips. And here we're just going to point and flex that foot. So we're really getting into the ankle mobility, which is also so important for hip mobility. Very good. Last one here. Point. And then we're going to internally rotate that leg, tap it down towards the mat, so the foot is up towards the ceiling. exhale, send it out. Inhale, tap, exhale, send. Now notice there's nothing else moving in your body. It's just that leg. The hips aren't moving, the pelvis isn't rocking, nothing's moving. That core is working hard to stabilize. Okay. Let's go for another one. Exhale. Okay, bring your leg about hip height. We're going to circle it forward, up and around and back. So you can come into a little bit of hip extension here, circling it up, around and back. Very good. Create length through that leg. Try and keep the body still. So you're just moving that femur inside the hip bone. You should be feeling a nice burn. We're going to take it in the other direction, back, up and around. This is circumduction of the hip. Let's go for another 2. Last one. Bring it in. Bring the feet together. Make sure your feet are in line with the hip. And then we're going to lift the feet up. So push that top hip away. Making sure that that core is connected. So exhale, you're going to lift and open that leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, externally rotate that leg. Inhale, lower. So you're not opening up the hips and falling to the side. The hips are remaining square. You're just moving that femur inside the hip bone. Okay, let's go for another 2. Last one, hold it up. Extend that leg out. Externally rotating it. Bend it back in. Lower it back down. Exhale, open. Inhale, kick. Exhale, close. Inhale, lower. Core is shaking, leg is shaking. Stay with me. Let's go for another 2. Externally rotate that leg, even as you extend. Lower it back down. Woo, lower everything back down. Tap out that hip. Wow. That was tough. We're going to go straight to the other side. And it's probably going to burn more because we kind of just worked the side already. Okay, so extend your body long. Make sure that your back is in line with the back edge of the mat. Bend the bottom leg. Extend the top leg. Push that top hip away so that there's a gap between your waist and the mat. Lift it up further than hip height. Point and flex that foot. Very good. Stay with me. It's going to burn a little, but that's good because this is how we're going to strengthen those pelvic muscles. Last one. Point that foot. Internally rotate. Exhale. Kick it out. So the pelvis is remaining still. And you're kicking that leg out. There's control. The core is working hard. Foot to the ceiling as you bring it in. Last one, kick it out. Okay, bring your leg about hip height, circle it forward, up and around, back into hip extension. So inhale for half the circle, exhale for the other half. If you need to bring your hand onto the mat to stabilize, you can do that. And then we're going to change the direction. Take it back, up and around. Scooping in the abs, making sure that our core is working hard. Very good. Last one. Bring it in. Make sure that the feet are in line with the hips. Bending in the legs. Lift up the feet. Exhale, externally rotate that top leg. Pushing the hips away, making sure that the core is working hard. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. And the bottom glute is also working hard to stabilize the leg. So exhale, open. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, close. Very good. Stay with me. We're almost done here. If you ever said Pilates is easy, clearly you never did it. Externally rotate that leg. Bend it in. Lower everything down. Tap out that hip. Okay, while we're here on the ground, Let's roll over to our back. And here we can do some pelvic tilts. So notice where your spine sits naturally. If you're pregnant, you might notice that you have more of an arch in your back. And we're just going to work into some spinal flexion. So I want you to exhale, tuck the pelvis under, pressing the lower back into the mat. Inhale, release. Exhale, press it in, connecting to the core, rib to hip connection. Inhale, release. So just rocking the pelvis here. It should feel really nice on that lower back. On our next one, we're going to roll up sequentially, vertebra by vertebra, until we get to the shoulders. Inhale here, expand the ribcage. Exhale, roll back down, vertebra by vertebra, till you get to your neutral position. Exhale, rolling up, lifting the glutes, till you get to your bridge. Rib tip connection, slight tuck under the pelvis, and then rolling back down slowly. Very good. I want you to take your feet now about mat distance apart, and you're going to externally rotate your feet so they're facing outwards. Exhale, you're going to lift up with a flat back. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So we're getting to side glutes, the glute max. We're really working the glutes at all angles today, which is so good because oftentimes things get missed, like internal rotation. Not everybody works internal rotation. The last one here, lower it down, and now we're going to work internal rotation. So bring the toes together, the knees together, the heels apart. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So you'll notice that this also gets into the inner thighs. Very good. Lift, squeeze. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1. Hold and squeeze. Lower it back down. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Just rocking it out here. Nice massage for the spine. Okay, and then you're going to roll onto your side. Carefully lift up to seated. I want you to bring your left leg in front and your right leg behind. So you're in a Z sit. You're going to take your left hand up and over, coming into lateral flexion, releasing the spine. And then we're going to take it back down. Take the right hand down, lift up into a pigeon. So stretching out that glute. You can lower down, just releasing the glute. Calming down the nervous system after today's class. Perfect. Lower back down onto the glutes. Bring the right leg in front, left leg behind. Take the right arm up and over. Feeling a nice opening on that side waist. Lower the hands down to the mat. Come into your pigeon. Sink the hips low. And then lower down. Taking a nice big deep breath here. Feeling a nice stretch, keep the hips square. Lower back down onto your glutes. And that's it for today's class, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this Pilates class and that you're feeling so much better afterwards. If you have enjoyed this class, please give me a like and comment down below. Let me know how you did, how you found it, how you're feeling, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next workout. Bye, guys.